I continue to wait for Kat to say something mildly embarrassing because
Yeah,
that's
no,
where
I
we
specifically
start.
thought about that. I'm like, I'm not starting this.
yeah, that's because that's kind of what I've been doing recently.
Hey, you guys at
is
home, we're not starting like that.
we
Too
are
bad.
we are
Too
totally gonna wait until that moment happens.
Maybe someone else should say something embarrassing, and then you
Yeah,
just cut
why is
and
it always just me?
Oh,
It
okay.
has to.
Wow.
It has to.
Well,
Give it
Justin's
around.
not here to talk about cannibalism, so
Wow.
damn. I guess I'm just
Letting
starting
down.
it then. What? We're just
Oh.
normal today.
And so yeah, all of my underwear was in shreds. I had no idea what happened.
Nailed it. All right, thanks.
Wow.
Welcome to Descent into Avernus.
Wow.
I don't even know
Craig, wow.
what episode this is on, but it's the first episode where everyone's level 7, I think, at the very beginning. So
Yes.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Same.
multi-classing and stuff. Unfortunately, Justin is not here, but we will be continuing this adventure forthwith. So, cast, who wants to give me a little recap? I'm
Mad Max.
Mad Max. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Wonderful recap.
That's, I mean, you know, there was like the whole dream sequence, but I suppose we can just ignore that. That didn't actually
Not
happen.
important.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
All I care about is raga jaga jaga jaga. Whatever the hell his name is.
Raga.
Tom, he's called Barnabas.
Oh.
Oh, I called you Tom. That's how stupid you were.
Oh, it hurts.
Nice. Yeah, Raga Draga probably being the most important thing that we've come across so far.
He was a warlord. That's
He
important.
was a warlord, and he was murdered,
No, he's a splat.
and so was all of his people were also murdered. Yeah, kind of sucks for him, I guess, but we did grow our machine army. I'm gonna
we
drag
took
you
our
guys to
Snooze
the
ride.
thing. Yeah, we took the ride, and this is the results of the combat. Oops, that looks like that. Boom, there they are. Wow, murder machines, Mad Max. Went pretty well. But who remembers where we're going? I think that's the most pertinent question of these things I could ask.
I know we're going somewhere, but I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Okay. Maybe if we'll just put you on the big boy map, and maybe that'll jog some memories here. Or something.
Demon Zapper.
We're not going to the
No,
demon
we're
zone.
No,
going
it's,
up.
it's,
We're going-
it's the hill.
We're going
Harrowing's Hill.
across the river.
Yeah. Today we have to figure out how to cross the river
So there's
with your
fairies, right?
machines.
They said there were fairies.
There are probably ways to get
Maybe.
across. Yeah. So Harriman's Hill is the goal here. In that Lulu has remembered at least that there was something important about Harriman's Hill and finding Zariel's lost sword, which, for what everyone has told you so far, probably seems like the best way to solve the problems of Elturel is getting the sword back. So, after a day's worth of tinkering, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
View's
a
been very
full
busy.
day's worth of tinkering. I suppose. Go ahead and if you haven't taken a long rest to do that already, because it would have taken a full day to retrofit and outfit these rides with various different accoutrements from the now scrapped Tormentor, including a kettle that goes in our really large machine now. Because what would this adventure be without a kettle and the demon grinder? Am I right?
That's the name of my next metal band.
Kettle and a demon grinder. It's pretty good. Yeah.
So for just to go over it for the upgrades for the vehicles, we have scrapped the Tormentor entirely. We're leaving it untouched with its soul thing still in it, but like without any tires or anything like that. We've taken the scythes or a baby scythe from it and put it on the Devil's Ride. We've also attached a harpoon to the Devil's Ride that only hits once, with Barnabas's little area where he can stay and tell the directions, as well as fire the harpoon once if he wants. And then everyone else is in the demon grinder now. and we've taken all the scraps and put it in there. I think that's it.
Got a little convoy.
So much.
It's like Cannonball Run. Isn't that like the other? I feel like I've seen that movie before. Yeah. So after doing all of those things and fortunately getting a long rest, it is quite miserable out here in Avernus. The winds and sands and perpetual screaming that can be heard all over. It gets a little old, I think. You are heading northwards. Hopefully to Harmon's Hill, and trying to find a ferry or some kind of passage across the River Styx, for hopefully a large ferry with the actual size of your new war machines. You're gonna need a bigger boat. But
Nice.
yeah, you like that? So we begin. Who is leading? Who is making the roll about where to go?
I believe Francis was our driver, right?
I was driving, but I do believe that the idea is that Cyrus is on the Devil's Ride as a forward scout with
I
Barnabas.
assumed we'd like kind of,
Barnabas.
tried to ghost him by now.
Wow.
Just leaving the dead of night.
Him and Barnabas are like they're
Siphon all the souls out of his
going.
tank.
Where are they going? They seem to have left us.
Just a smoke cloud now.
Yeah, right.
That cannot be dispersed.
Yeah. Dispersed.
So stupid.
Yeah, I think it was Cyrus that was leading it with Barnabas, and then that Francis and the team were behind them.
Yeah.
And
I'm taking
I
the vehicle.
assumed the idea would be that we would sort of drive parallel to the river until we see
Some
something
kind of dock
crossing.
or,
Or,
yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a survival check. Again, because we have a map here for us at home. But it was also written by a man who went mad trying to write it. And things
Yeah,
in Avernus never stay where they're supposed to. Cyrus with a 20, though. Nice little dirty 20 to start off the day. Able to navigate north, at least. That's pretty good. Keep the River Styx on your right and go north. Pretty good. I think we would be traveling for a good portion of the day. We're about halfway from Fort Knucklebone and then moving upwards. There are some hills and mountains here, and you can see at the kind of the little crux, this little, what is that? What is it? Like, not a peninsula? What is the, I don't know what like a bridge? A land bridge. Hey, a land bridge. There are these colossal spiked chains that extend westward across the landscape in this area. Their links are partially buried in the ash and large chunks of masonry. Each broken chain you can see looks to be roughly a mile long. They're quite large. Continue driving past. You can see a massive iron structure that appears to be a pair of docking arms straddling the River Styx. It extends out over it. Hefty clamps, chains, and bars are fixed to the docking arms that seems to be able to lash a large vessel of some kind between them. It stretches 100 feet into the air and seems to be some kind of service platform over the River Styx.
I'm Cyrus.
Yes, indeed.
Hello,
Barnabas. What are those?
Nailed it.
You
Thank you.
idiot.
Nailed it.
Best Justin impression you will get.
I hate it so
Just
much.
flame breath him.
Immersed.
Immersed. Yeah, it would look like Hopefully this pops up the way I want it to. The two arms there, nothing in between them at the moment, but it would look like those two arms straddling the river Styx like that, able to hold something between them. So, our friend Barnabas, well, Zariel has a flying fortress, and it is serviced and repaired here.
Cyrus looks around. Can he see the flying fortress somewhere?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's Trescott's sheet. Hold on. Bang. That is actually his perception. I just forgot to change my name.
It's okay.
17.
It says
17.
17. Yeah, you look up and around, and no, there's no flying fortress, maybe a little disappointingly, but you do see a meteor heading your way, and I need everyone who's driving to roll me a dexterity saving throw before the meteor impacts.
Oh god.
An 11.
An 11, okay. These
Unnatural
are made with the car.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, shoot.
the car stats.
Hold on. One moment then.
Devil's Ride. Got too many sheets.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
So it would actually be because I have a +6, but the demon grinder has no plus to dex. So it would be,
no.
It doesn't have because I think the other one had advantage on saving throws, but I don't think this one does.
Yeah, it's a big.
it's,
big.
Yeah, it's a 5, Joel.
It's a 5. Okay. Excellent. And then whenever we get the devil's, you need the devil's ride. Yeah, so the devil's ride.
Interestingly enough, it's the same number if we use the same roll.
That's fine. Okay.
I do
so
get advantage.
A 20 here as the meteor comes and impacts you somewhere over in this mountainous landscape. Fortunately, the devil's ride is able to get a little bit out of the way. Unfortunately, nice. I rolled a bunch of 1s. It's a 7, a 1, and a 1. Fortunately for that, it seems that, Francis, you're able to only take 9 points of damage to the armor of your vehicle. So, hey.
So do we
good.
feel that though? Like of the
Oh
vibration
yeah,
hitting?
absolutely. Like it impacts, and there's like a scattering of rocks and sand and dust onto your vehicle, right? So you would hear it clatter against the metal.
Francis.
I don't know. I think something hit us.
I'm trying to take. I have very delicate stuff that I'm working with back here for
I'm
Hugo.
sorry, V. I've never driven a death machine across a hellscape before.
He's lying. He has.
V, roll me a Tinker Tools check to make sure you didn't fuck anything up when Francis had to jerk everything sideways to avoid the meteor.
12.
A 12. You look down at your work and you go, shit.
Okay. She takes what she was working with, just chucks it back over there, and just grabs another
clank,
piece.
clank. Lulu's like, whoa! Hey, watch it.
Sorry, Lulu. Circuitry. And she just goes back to
Nice.
etching random things on it.
Nice. Yeah. But taking a look down after the dust clears and driving through it, you do see that, well, there does seem to be a barge down there too.
Oh. Cyrus would most likely drive towards the barge, leading the rest of the party that way.
And Barnabas goes, Oh, we're going there. No, that's probably fine. Well, so it's owned by this devil named Basilstein. He's, reasonable enough chap. Don't sell your soul to him or anything. That would be problematic. And also, there's quite a few other devils that work for him. Like, I don't know, 18 or so?
I mean, Barnabas, we don't have any other option. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do Justin's voice.
No, it's fine. Just don't get us killed.
I'll try my best.
I'll try my best. You
I feel
proceed
like that's it.
down to, they're the Stygian dock here, this service platform. You would kind of have to like park up on the edge, and you note that you are indeed being watched. There are roughly 15 barbed devils, 3 bone devils, which I don't think you guys have seen yet. But they look a lot like this and are terrifying, have large
Ooh.
scorpion-like tails.
Kind of
Neat.
cute though.
He's kind of happy. He looks quite chuffed with
Hey, it
himself.
looks
Yeah.
quite friendly.
He looks very friendly. A couple of them carrying large, nasty-looking pole arms as well. Yeah. And the Barbie boys look a little like that guy.
Less cute.
Less cute. A lot of it is less cute. As you arrive, you are being watched carefully. The bone devils flying circles around your parking spots.
Lulu, maybe you should stay inside. You might draw unnecessary attention.
I think that's a really good idea.
And done. Okay. I think this is it. And so V's going to walk over to Hugo and say, Hugo, those designs that you asked for were tough to get. It took me a couple tries, but I think this is what you wanted. And then she's going to like hand it over.
Oh, marvelous! I will take the object from V.
The
Would you like to
object.
describe what it is?
Go for it. You made it. You can describe it.
Oh, no. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I made custom designs for you, okay? So you can bring it to life.
So yeah, well, I recently commissioned, if you like, V to create Hugo what appears to be a sort of large barreled weapon. To those of us living in the modern age, we'd probably recognize it as something akin to a sniper rifle. And Hugo's sort of spilling over this strange mechanical metal contraption in his hands and looking rather bemused and incredibly excited at the prospect of owning it.
I think there's I put some etchings and stuff into it. You have the new ones. The crossbow I had to take off, and so it's on this new weapon. I hope that's okay.
Oh yes, of course. No, I think I'll sort of be figuring out how to use this for a while. One question though, what does it fire? How do I can't imagine sliding an arrow into this thing.
Oh no, these I think are electronic bursts. Well, you know what? You'll see. Why not? We'll be able to
Shoots
see
an
in a bit.
EMP.
Brilliant. I noticed there's all sorts of other interesting triggers and whatnot. I'll probably wait until we're outside of this to
Yes.
see what else comes out.
Yes, knowing this place, I'm sure you'll have target practice pretty
Very
soon.
tempting to fire the smoke grenade in the tormentor.
Please
but I guess I
don't.
won't.
Please don't.
You just like,
Yes.
Cyrus on the bike just sees. Boom.
Barnabas is like, thought they should have told me if they were going to hotbox the place.
Hey!
But yes, I'll be poring over my new contraption and carefully making significant effort to not press anything too hard.
Mm.
So Joel, what I would like to do is use the tuning fork and once again don my Ghost Rider garb, and I will negotiate with what was it, Beelzebub or what? the fuck is it?
Bielstein.
Oh, God. You don the garb. Yeah, and so you get out of the vehicle and you see a horned devil. To remind people what horned devils look like. This one, though, wearing some coveralls and covered in engine oil, chewing on a shard of this smoking red-hot coal, approaches your vehicle. Well, what can I do you for?
Myself and my crew wish to cross the river Styx.
Trescott's eyes go, what?
Understandable. We do have a barge that can take you across, but, well, what do you offer in payment?
We have what were they called? They called soul coins or something?
Soul
Or-
coins.
We have soul coins to pay.
No. Zariel gives us enough soul coins. We don't need any more of those. Now I have an idea. He points down to a rusty barge anchored in the river Styx, a few hundred yards from the dock. Hanging from the barge's loading crane is a rusty red chain, 10-foot diameter, and a spherical diving bell made of iron and glass. These suction tubes protrude from the diving bell's lower hemisphere like flimsy arms. Now I built myself a little bathy spear. Dredged the bottom of the river Styx for some silted souls, but he spits off to the side. I haven't tested it yet. How about you and your crew test it out for me?
Wait, just so I understand, it's like a scuba gear? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's a bathysphere.
Bathysphere. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
like a,
Yep.
This whole game just turned into Bioshock.
Guy's
Okay,
got
let's
so
go.
many hobbies. I love this guy.
You know, he's
Choose
I was thinking
coal, builds
Subnautica.
bathyspheres,
yeah,
like silt.
like Silt, works on giant floating fortresses.
Cool guy.
He's pretty neat.
Let's get him along.
So yeah, I would just. Well, what exactly do you mean by test it?
I mean, you get yourself and your own inside the damn thing, and we're gonna lower you on down, and you're gonna suck up some silted souls for me. And if it cracks and breaks, and or the chain comes loose, or well, I don't lose any of my crew.
I'll glance over and go. Ask him how many people can fit inside the diving device.
4.
Oh, what a terrible shame. I'll stand guard outside. I think it's a great idea.
I suspect we have a deal.
Why does your crew seem so surprised at what you sound like? I saw that one over there jump.
Because I only speak with my negotiating voice when I'm negotiating.
Oh, wise. Wise. Well, he reaches into a pocket, takes out another coal, and snaps his finger and lights it.
Nice.
All right, then. Pick your 4. Let's get on down there. You can leave your machines up here. We'll drag them across when we're done. And you, I guess he's pointing over at Hugo. Don't make too much trouble for the boys. You look around you, and there are like 20 other devils.
Well, I really don't appreciate the insinuation that I'm a troublemaker, but I'll bear that in mind.
So he takes you down to this barge and this loading crane and the bathysphere. All right, get yourselves inside. Secure yourselves up. I'll even put some seatbelts in.
Thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. Now, your job is going to be using these little suction arms. Look about the bathysphere here. You can see there's operating stations about 40 feet below the barge here, and you're going to scoop up silted souls. You know what those are? You know what you're looking for?
No.
All right, well, they're gonna look like ghosties, but like souls, and they're gonna be covered in silt. It kind of comes with the name.
Makes sense.
Right. They're also delicious. So.
Oh.
But we need to grab them up because, well, Zariel's in need of some more lemurs. So we're gonna grab them up, turn them into lemurs for her, and when she gets back, we'll, load them up onto the fortress. Anyway.
What's a lemur?
Oh! He looks at you. You new here?
Have you not seen Madagascar?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They like to move it.
Yes.
Well,
They look like this.
Oh.
They are the lowest form of devil. The devil hierarchy, in the way that you understand it, or as like Barnabas shares all of this, you know, as our camera flashes back to Hugo giving a history lesson about how devils work, is that souls dredged out of the river Styx start as lemurs. This is what they look like. Those souls that have pledged themselves to a devil of some kind and have expired on the material plane become lost souls in the river Styx. This is what you're trying to prevent from happening to all the innocent souls in Elturel. Because as soon as Elturel gets dragged down into the river Styx, this is what becomes of them.
Turned into bubblegum people.
As these bubblegum people serve devils higher than them and please their masters, they begin to move up the devil hierarchy. Their masters granting them new forms, like imp, the spine devils you've met, the barbed devils, bone devils, horn devils, on and on up the chain until you reach the archdevil status, right? So
you're literally telling me Pokemon evolutions.
Absolutely.
This is what I'm hearing.
Granted by the power of archdevils and or other powerful devils, right? Utilizing souls.
Dittos.
You have to trade someone.
You have to trade someone, but like utilizing the souls and soul coins and like, their power on this plane, they can raise devils, like Pokemon essentially, into doing their bidding. Sometimes it turns against them. Once the devil becomes, much stronger or a little bit more ambitious and more powerful, they may want to take that leadership role from the one that had granted it from them. So it's like if your Pokemon could kill you and become the Pokemon trainer.
Great.
Nice.
After you love and care for them for years.
I mean, do they really love and care for each other?
I think so.
Okay.
It's nice that their career progression is so transparent. It's a lot better than some companies I've worked for.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's like you're not really sure what gets you promoted.
Yeah, even if you're like 600 years in this form.
Yeah,
Ditto.
you could. Or you could just be left at the bottom of the river Styx forever and never become a devil at all.
So you wouldn't even get like a career progression meeting or a one-to-one or something like that? Or?
Well, I suppose it depends on who you work for, right? So maybe you got to bounce around from, devil manager to devil manager until
is there a LinkedIn for the demon?
I think there probably, there's reputations, right? Some people may like working for people like Ragadraga.
Joel, you don't have to explain it to him. Craig's just angry that he's a bubblegum man for the next 600 years. And he's on a personal development plan the whole time.
YouTube comments are going to love this.
So that's what a lemur is, and that's what you'd be doing, is taking souls to be turned into these things. And the man, he says it like rather nonchalantly, like Basilstein is like, yeah, this is what we do, right? And now I'm asking you to test out my device to go get those souls.
Okay. Can I look over the device / chains to make sure they're mechanically
Roll me an
sound,
investigation
please?
check. Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah, 21. You're looking at it and you're like, that's a lot of rust. And looking at some of the chain links, you realize that there's some weaker portions of the chain. And there also are rather hastily patched portions of the bathysphere.
This part looks a little weak. I don't know if it would support this.
Hey, are you questioning my abilities? I built this thing with my own two hands.
Mechanic.
Oh, he looks at you. Where's your coveralls?
True.
I've only been down here for a short while, but I don't think coveralls is a good protective armor for
protective
all of the...
armor.
Yes.
I mean,
we were driving down the road, and there was a meteor that hit us.
Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time, but, you get used to it.
You need a lot of coveralls at that point, my friend.
Yeah, well. Also, he, looks at the rest of the group and then points at V's arms. Are we sure she's not a demon?
Is this part of a curse? Would you kind of like to look at it and, she puts it near his face?
Well, Oh, you know what? I've had some of the boys, they, when we start using the demon eye core, really, we lube up some of the gears and we make some of the imps do it because, I'm not touching the damn stuff. And, Well, they turn into piles of goo a lot of the time, but looks like you got off pretty easy. Seems kind of useful.
Thankfully, but still nasty stuff. Would not recommend.
Well,
So right here, as I was saying, if you just look at this, and then she's gonna like show like
Yeah.
there's
You
the
like
breakage
piece
there.
it off.
Yeah.
like
And he looks up into this guy's like, fine. Bonely, can you grab me the chain from 2B? Yeah, the new one. Yeah, they're complaining. Go on. So Bonely, one of these bone devils, flutters its bug-like wings and comes back with a rather large chain to then put the bathysphere together. He's like, fine, we'll put a little safety chain on it. How's that sound?
thank you. I appreciate your accommodating.
Right, well, he pops the thing open. Get yourselves inside, take a seat at each of the sections there. There should be 4 of them little suction arms. Scoop up the silted souls, and, well, whoever grabs the most gets a soul coin.
Ooh,
I know.
like a challenge.
Indeed. Very interesting as well that you've done all the talking now, Demon Arm. And Mr. Flaming Skullhead Man over here, who was doing the majority of the negotiating, has really just shut up when I brought him down here.
I always defer to my second negotiation complete.
It's like
I just really wanted him to say it, like to use the voice again. That's all. That's all I wanted. It's perfect.
So Hugo and Barmus, are you gonna stay up here and make sure?
Oh yes, I'll guard everything. Why not? I also want some time to get familiar with my new device.
I'll hang out up here. I think that's probably for the best to have 2 people, one of us to watch each other's backs. He looks around at like the 20 devils in the area. He's like, just in case. And if he could wink, he would. And he kind of gestures his head to the machines. Lulu still being up here.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even consider that, but now you've raised it. Yes, I'm in agreement.
Rather crucial to our escapades, I would say.
I wouldn't discount yourself, Barnabas. I view you as awfully important.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. I am rather skillful and knowledgeable. Now be safe down there.
So, just so I understand, it's going to be myself, Cyrus, Francis, and V. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I don't float.
I don't float.
Yes, we've got that from yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, you get into the bathysphere as it like creaks and rocks back and forth, each of you getting into one of the stations. Basilstein slams it shut and you hear a ka-chunk as he locks it in. And the clink, 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 as the chain begins to lower. There's a splash as the bathysphere hits the river Styx, and then it becomes eerily quiet as the sphere lowers below the river surface.
Cyrus is in here. I don't believe you.
Eerily quiet outside of the bathysphere.
Thank you.
As it is lowered down to the bottom. It takes maybe 30 seconds or so to lower all the way down. And you feel the doof as the bathysphere hits the bottom. All the while, tortured souls through the river Styx are clawing and screaming at the sphere as they pass by. These are the ones that you need to collect. You can use your siphoning tube to suck up the silted souls that lie here. You can make a dexterity check once every minute to collect souls.
Oh, Joel, I'll just start sucking then.
Give me
Don't
the
like the fact-
good suck, Francis.
I don't like the fact that we're playing like demoned hungry hippos right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good.
I mean, I would just be quietly sucking, Joel.
Claw.
do you want us to make like 30 checks or something?
Quietly.
Well-
Nice.
Just wait. So Francis, I want you to keep track of the number you get. The number that you get on each of the dexterity checks is how many souls you picked up that minute.
Oh,
So Francis,
Oh.
that's 12 right off the bat.
Oh, that's not
I feel
bad.
like we'd
That's
be
pretty good, right?
working, right?
Yeah. So go ahead, everyone that's in there. And John, you need to roll twice for me.
Yep.
9 for V. And, you know, this is how many you pick up in your first minute down there. As
Trescott.
Tresco, the nat
killing it.
20.
Nat 20.
Born to suck.
24.
Okay. That's a dexterity save instead of a dex
Oh, I'm
check.
sorry.
What is your
Oh.
dex?
I'm sorry.
What? Just you can keep the nat 20. What's the
Yep,
bonus?
So it'd be 21, not 24.
There you go. Okay.
Sorry, that was my bad. So then I gotta press this
All
button,
good.
not that one. Gotta change my person. Here we go. Make it easy.
I mean, you're just
Bam.
saving the souls.
There you go. Keep track of those, and while you're doing that, Basilstein turns around as the clinking of the chains continues to roll in the barge and looks up over at Hugo and Barnabas. Well, make yourselves comfortable. I got a couple of folding chairs if you want to just pop a squat while you wait.
oh, I'm quite all right sitting on our vehicle, I think, and you know, keeping an eye out.
Yeah, suit yourself. They'll be down there for a while. I think they've got air for 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, about 15 total minutes. We'll only leave them down there for about 10.
You did let them know about the limited air situation, yes?
Nope. And he walks away.
Nice.
Be back in 10. I'm gonna take me a smoke break.
Okie dokie.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll me a perception check, Hugo,
Okay, we'll do.
as you are surrounded by devils.
I'm just attempting to count to 600 in my head before they start.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a 14.
Ah, excellent. Good. We love this. Okay. And then down at the bottom, I need another dex check from everyone as you continue to suck up the souls. Do you talk about anything? Do you sing a soul-sucking song like while you work? Or is it just quiet? Again, we don't have Cyrus here, so I know it wouldn't be, but
No.
is it quiet while you work?
I think I would just be quietly muttering, "I hate this," to myself, because like, look at it, it's just screaming
What?
souls and
Yeah, they're just like,
There's a lot of souls down here.
just clawing by and getting sucked up into the tubes.
just squash it
Prescott.
down, Francis. Just squash it down.
Trescott
Don't
is
think
having
about it.
I don't
worst
want to
time
be
ever.
I don't want to be a bubblegum man.
It's
You
better
should've
than
made
a
better
coin.
Manager.
You should have been. You should have made better choices in life.
That, you know, and that's a significant way to justify this for some of my goodly aligned
Wow,
players.
Trescott.
Jesus, Trescott's killing it.
Goodness.
Trescott's like,
Paladin sucking up
yeah,
souls.
he's like, this is your punishment. This is your punishment. You,
will be
chose
redeemed
this.
in new life.
Such good.
Another
I
20.
sucking be purged.
Wow.
Frostmourne hungers.
Oh my god. Yeah, so as you continue that, Hugo, what do you do while you wait? I know you're counting, but like, do you do anything particular? Are you looking down at the contraption that V handed you? Give me a little
I mean,
description.
it would probably be a mixture of that and naturally, you know, as much as it sounds like I'm tryharding, keeping an eye on everything going on around me. You know, it's somewhat of an alien environment, and I think I'd be on pretty high alert because it's the first time I've been on my own here. So I would be, well, no offense to Barnabas and, you know, but yeah, I think I would be realistically sort of halving between checking out my new weapon and keeping an eye on my surroundings.
Okay. Keeping an eye out. You look up towards the red sky. And you feel like you see flapping wings in the distance. Not sure yet if they're heading
Oh my
this
God, it's
direction.
Brock.
I hope it's Brock.
I
And
hope
looking
it
at
is.
them, you note that it's more than one pair of wings. Roll me another perception check, and everyone down below, roll me another dex check.
Okie dokie. Let me just.
Oh, not as good, Trescott. Losing your groove.
23.
Nice. It's roughly 10 pairs of wings. And they seem to be a
Depends a
bit
lot
of a
more than
distance off, but you've noted them now.
Okay, Okay. I would say to Barnabas, who I assume is hanging out with me, I'd say, Barnabas, I
Yes.
can't help but notice that there's a group of something flying towards us, and it may serve us well to perhaps hop back in the demon grinder and, batten the hatches, as it were. If any trouble were to kick off, I imagine that the instigators probably wouldn't go immediately for the, hunk of armor sitting with seemingly no activity. And what I'm saying is we might want to hide in the tank.
I don't hate that idea, but, well, what if they're just more friendly devils?
Barnabas, you've been here some time. Chances
Yes.
of that?
Well, honestly, Basilstein is a pretty good guy. I didn't expect that much from
Yes,
him, but he seems to be pretty
He
good.
does have remarkable character for a pitchfork wielding, charcoal chewing kind of chap. But what I'm saying is, look, if we do hide in the tank and then no trouble comes of it, and they turn out to be friendly, we will hear and perceive that from inside the demon grinder. However, are we on the outside and they choose to, I don't know, throw pitchforks at us from 800 feet? That may be more of a problem. So I think we err on the side of caution.
And we leave our new devilish friends to handle the situation.
Yes, precisely. Or get handled. I don't really care.
Brilliant.
I mostly care about not being handled ourselves.
Feel like you're the ideas guy in this group.
I'm the desperately try to survive at all costs guy who happens
Which is
to
a
be an
great
excellent one
idea.
to be sat with.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Okay.
let's batten the hatches, as it were. I would suggest be staying close to Lulu.
Yes, that's also part of it. I think, were anything to kick off, we may wish to attempt to protect her.
Right.
Slightly secondary in importance to protecting ourselves, but still, let's do that.
All right. Well, let's hope it's not anything bad. Cup of tea. And he goes to.
I'm intrigued to see you make
light-
one, so yes.
Yeah. Honestly, he does it pretty well because, he's literally made of fire, so he can heat water rather easily. Yeah, and so he goes inside to make a cup of tea. From my interior characters, I want 2 more, just right now, 2 more of these dex checks. Keep the total amount to yourself. We will, at the end of this, have the totals revealed to who was the best soul sucker in the 10
Trescott.
minutes that you had.
No.
Oh, tough. Wow,
cocky.
how the mighty have fallen.
Oh, makes me so sad. Can I just say, trying to role play Cyrus a little bit, I think ever since he was kind of just shunted into the bathysphere, obviously he did not go willingly to go suck souls at the bottom of the thing. I would assume at this point Cyrus may be weeping a little to himself.
I like that.
Right, some little quiet crying.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
Sorry, those
Natural
are
one.
Cyrus.
Yeah, I assumed.
There
He's
they are.
weeping.
As he's weeping. He doesn't like the sucking. I get it.
These
okay.
gotten better over time.
Yes.
So about 10 minutes have gone by, and inside your hopefully battened hatches, you hear the flapping of these wings.
They are so battened right now. I just want to clarify.
And you kind of peek out one of the slits, right? 'Cause, in the armor that you can kind of look out and look up, and you see that there are so many. There are 10 Vroks flying in the air towards this position, swooping down from the sky and attacking the Stygian dock. You note outside that it looks like Basilstein has been drawn away by all of the commotion here, and the barge has been left unattended. I need
Well, fuck.
Hugo's 598, 599.
yeah,
Shoot.
I'm gonna drag you guys back to where you can grab your tokens, but I want you to roll me some initiative for the next little section here.
15.
Nice. Trescott.
5.
20. Where was that with the
Whoa!
sucking?
What is happening? Who are you?
I am the speed.
Wow, I got 2 crew. Welcome to the 2 crew.
We love that
Oh,
for you.
Cyrus with a 5? What? All right. Whatever.
Okay. What's lovely about this is that Trescott, you have no idea what's happening above you. You're literally just in the bathysphere, sucking up souls.
Gotta dig a little deeper. That's Trescott. Trescott, I mean, Trescott assumes nothing unless his breathing's starting to get heavy. I can't imagine he's doing anything but sucking souls.
Sure. I mean, like, you feel it a little bit at 10 minutes, right? You're like, huh, all right. It's getting a little light in here. But you know, Hugo's up top, so he'll take care of you, right? Yeah.
Right. Hugo's got this.
Yeah. Francis, very similarly, you're down at the bottom here.
Enjoy myself with the sucking.
Yeah, just sucking it up. I'm sure everything will be fine. Yeah. Hugo, out in the tank, looking upwards, and you see these 10 Vrox attacking and swooping at the Stygian dog. Basilstein has been lured away. He takes to the air in his coveralls, grabbing a pitchfork from somewhere, spitting out orders to his assorted devils. What do you want to do?
So I saw there's 10 Vrox, right?
Yes.
And there's like 20 devils around me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming at this point I would kind of get the sense, even if I haven't literally been counting, that time may be of the essence. Okay. I'm going to turn to Barnabas. I'm going to say, it looks like we might have to return our companions to the surface. And Barnabas, look, I'm looking outside there, and the winged creatures that have descended upon us are outnumbered 2 to 1. So I'm thinking, for the sakes of this, we're on the devil's side. That'll give us the best chance of getting all the way to the mechanism to, return our companions to the surface.
I think that's probably wise. We don't want to piss off the ones that own this place.
Now, I've got a second part to this, which you might not be such a fan of, or you might be. It depends how you're feeling. So, I could probably move somewhat more undetected than you can. You are a giant flaming skull.
I am.
Also, we need to stay with Lulu.
Right.
And we need to stay with the vehicle and make sure that we can return to the vehicle should we need to hastily retreat. So therefore, I'm suggesting that you remain here in the safe vehicle. And I know you probably can't work the machine. Maybe you can, who knows. Just protect here. I will try to go and, return our companions to the surface.
Are you sure that I can't assist you? Now, keep in mind, I do know some rather powerful magic.
Sure. I mean, look, as long as we're keeping an eye on the vehicle, we just don't want, Lulu and or Tank to become compromised, right?
Right. Understood.
You can fly around though, so you can get back here pretty speedily, right?
Yes. Just.
And I can fight at range, so maybe we will be okay.
Leave the hatch cracked.
That might lead to bad things happening.
Or, well, then let me out and let me help. I can
Okay,
keep an eye on it, but.
Okay, come with me then. I think that's fine.
Okay. He will flaming
It's
skull
won me around.
next to you.
I don't
yeah.
have to. I don't take much convincing to let a flaming skull help me do anything.
Right? So you get out and you look around and you see that the fight is like well underway here, right? Most of it is in the air. Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Okie dokie. That is a 17.
Okay. You note that there is something being carried in by another pair of rocks. And it looks like this. Glabrezu.
Why does he have the normal arms? What's the point in that?
Well,
I love it.
So,
Yeah,
so
4 giant pincer arms.
finer tuned things, like
He
what if
clearly
he's
doesn't work them out though. Look at the big arms, then look at those little moves.
well, the big arms are for pincing, so they need to be worked out more, whereas the other ones are for again smaller dexterous movement.
There's
Okay,
only 4
interesting.
fingers.
So this horned demon with 4 arms, 2 of them being giant pincer arms, and the other 2 being for smaller dexterous movement, is being carried in by 2 more Vrox.
How high up are they?
At this point, probably they're about 40 feet above the barge that they look to be dropping this guy on.
They're dropping that guy on a barge.
Yeah.
I mean, how relevant is this to the direction of where I would like to go?
Very.
Well, shit. I'm going to try to shoot one of the Vroks out the air and see if they drop the big guy.
Okay, absolutely.
So I'm going to have a probably quite a high pressure situation to try out my new toy, but I'm going to have a fiddle and drop to one knee and point the end that V told me to point towards people, towards one of the Vroks. And have I moved is the real question.
I mean, so technically you have because you got out of the vehicle.
All right. So I'll take a shot at one of the Vroks, which is a 27 to hit.
It'll absolutely hit, and it hits for 10 piercing damage. And yeah, you wing one, right? And it poof. And yeah, they careen off to the side a little bit. It looks like you knocked them a bit off course. What does this look like when you do this thing?
It looks like a large plume of smoke erupts from one end of the barreled device that I'm carrying. And other than that, not much is particularly visible. There's sort of a whistle in the air, if you like, and then a small pink mist appears behind the wing of this thing.
Yeah, and they wheel off a bit. I assume it's rather loud. It is an explosive
it is
thing.
Loud, yes.
Yeah, and I think Barnabas goes, "Whoa! Well, that was unexpected."
Yeah, it's rather fun. My shoulder's killing me. I think I broke my own collarbone, but other than that, it's a lot of fun. Barnabas, we need to not allow them to safely deliver that large red chap up there. Can you do anything to assist with this?
You've got it. And he is going to open his skull-like mouth and fire a fireball at them.
I approve. Wonderful.
Yeah, and so this tiny little bead of fire goes over and explodes in front of them there. They have to make a couple of dex saves, which they miss one and save one and take roughly 30 total points of damage. They're singed and burned, but they're still definitely intact. Looks like we're gonna need more than that.
I think so. Maybe we should focus on one of them, because I imagine one of them can't carry that thing by themselves.
Yes. Well, next round it is then.
Next round it is. I agree.
Cyrus at the bottom underneath, sucking up souls. Nothing really has changed yet here.
It's been 6 seconds.
Yeah. It was a lot of conversation for 6 seconds. V, sucking up souls. Anything else you doing? Just chilling out?
No, she is unaffected by anything. She's just
She doesn't breathe. That's right.
Okay. At the top of the turn order, the two Vroks just drop the Glabrezu down onto the barge. And there's like a and there's a bit of a vibration that the bathysphere can feel, but it's rather muted, right? Because you're just at a chain at the bottom of this thing. So you could probably hear like very muted noise from the impact, but not much more than that. And the Glabrezu gonna roll himself some initiative, so I'm gonna drag his big boy out here. And he enters the turn order. Good, it's a 4. Good job, Glabrezu. Yeah, so back at the top again, sucking up souls. Go ahead and roll me a dex check, Trescott. Suck up some more souls for
I
me.
get more souls.
Yeah, suck up some more souls.
Oh, that's Cyrus. Hold on. Where's my sheet? There it is. More souls.
More souls. All right, excellent.
I will say, Trescott's going. Anybody else having just a touch of like? It's getting a little tight and around the collar. Like it, Anyone else? Is it just me? Is it the claustrophobia?
V doesn't breathe.
I am sweating a copious amount, Trescott, but I think that's probably because it's so close and confined in here.
Okay.
I'm having no issues. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just stuffy, I guess.
Oh.
And that's it for me. Sucking up more souls.
Sucking up souls. Francis, suck up some souls.
I'd love to.
Give him the suck. All right.
13.
13 more souls. Hugo, you're outside the vehicle. gun still smoking, flame skull buddy by you, and the fight is well underway. The devils do seem to be taking the upper hand here, but the demons don't seem to care about, like, their health. And most of the Vroks are still flying, which means a lot of these devils down at the bottom here, the barbed devils, are busy firing fireballs up into the sky, fire bolts more than anything else, up into the sky to try and hit them because they can't fly. The 4 flying devils here are going to be your very kind host Basilstein and his 3 bone devils that have those like insectoid-like wings that are fighting 10 Vroks up in the sky.
Well, they can have fun with that. Can I see exactly what I need to reach to return the rest of the party?
Ooh, from here. Yeah, so where you guys are parked and down to the barge, I'm gonna be on, it's probably about 60 feet away to like get down there. That being said, you can see the barge, but it is going to take some kind of check to figure out how to operate the damn thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But you've got the move speed, right? Like that's never been a problem for you. But there's also a Glabrezu on the barge.
Yeah. Feeling like I don't want to 1v1 that thing though. Okay, so I'm going to say to Barnabas, I'm going to say, Barnabas, we have to start our comrades' return to the surface before we get into anything else. Now, what I might need you to do, seeing as you are somewhat nimble, and that thing doesn't really look too nimble.
Right.
And I hate to ask this of you, you may need to draw its attention while I achieve that.
I can do that.
Sort of zip
I'm
around
pretty
the other
quick.
side of it?
Yes.
Precisely. Don't get yourself killed, but try to prevent me from getting killed, is basically what I'm saying.
He bobs up and down in somewhat of a nod and goes, "You've got it."
So I'll say, all right, we have to get going then. And I will bonus action, like cunning action dash.
Dash, yeah. Get all the way
to
down
the
there.
Barge. Yeah, all the way down there. And I will try to figure out how the hell to start.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I need some kind of intelligence check, Arcana or investigation or something like that.
Sure, I can do investigation. 22.
Nice. Seating yourself at the crane's controls, yeah, it all makes sense to you. And you could probably start the chain up here to bring it back up.
Yeah, I would windmill slam that.
Okay. You do so, and the Glabrezu notices you, right? Fortunately, your Flame Skull buddy zips by with his 40-foot move speed and starts blasting him with fire. He's going to go ahead and roll 2 fire rays as he goes blap, blap, dealing some fire damage to the demon. He goes, "Hey, big guy, over here. No, don't look at the man at the controls. Look at me, the glowing flaming skull. Yes, I'm your target now. Don't look at the man behind the curtain."
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and he will blast him for some damage and continue on past. Honestly, dude, deals a pretty good amount of damage. He's doing all right. Plus the fireball. Yeah, that's not bad. Barnabas is doing work.
He certainly is. I to be honest, I imagine my efforts with the console would probably be my action to return them. Yeah. So that would be it for me, I imagine.
Yeah. Okay. That's all Barnabas gets to do. Cyrus and V, so like down at the bottom here, you guys feel a bit of a tug as you get dragged across, and it's... At what speed would you say, Hugo, that you've got this thing cranking them back?
I just think given the situation and the large angry lobster demon, probably at, yes out of 10. I think
Okay.
I think somewhat to the maximum,
so it starts cranking back, which means they get slammed around inside the bathysphere. You each take, let's just roll for it. 2d4 points, 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you get collapsed into each other inside the bathysphere as it starts getting yanked backwards across the bottom of the river Styx.
Broke my nose.
Oh, sorry. It's the heavy armor.
Yeah, you guys are wearing a lot of armor down here. V's got very pointy spikes on her arms.
Spikes and stuff.
Yeah. It's really not a good idea to be in close quarters with any of you. So, what does Cyrus do in that moment there?
Cyrus is gonna try to steady himself, push himself off of V.
You say
Okay.
this, John, but we both know Justin would be like, I keep sucking, Joel. I want to get the more souls. The more souls. I must have the more.
He
That's
wants
absolutely
more
what he
souls.
would say.
No, I was gonna say he's gonna get back on the
No,
controls.
he's-
but
All right, roll
But
me
I mean,
the
I
roll me
feel
the
like
dex check
I
with
wanna
disadvantage
win.
if he's
I
gonna
was gonna
suck
say,
souls.
I assume it's gonna be pulling away
Yeah.
as I'm trying to suck souls. here.
Absolutely. So there's gonna be a disadvantage,
Alright.
but like you totally can still do this.
I mean, we all know what Justin wants to do here.
He wants to win.
He wants to win.
In a game without winners, he wants to win.
I pressed 7.
7 more souls get sucked up in the interim as he gets dragged about.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get the most souls.
V, what do you do?
Well, she just is, throwing up. Are we heading back to the surface now? Are we done?
I think
She
so.
would probably look around everyone, say,
I guess so, but why is it so much?
Why
Let's
is it going so
save going up.
fast?
oh, I don't know. We seem to be going up quickly, and she's gonna take a look at the controls, and I guess the water would be rushing past it, so you would probably hear screaming, but it would be as if you just ran past someone.
So yeah, it's not as the winching up is it is definitely a jerking motion, right? But once it gets going, you're not really being dragged up that quickly. The winch can only go so fast. So it would be slightly Doppler-esque, but it's not as fast as someone running by you. But yes, the screams are definitely still prominent.
Okay. Well, I guess we should get as many as we can, or should we just wait? I don't really know. Should we just? Is this? Can I look at the mechanic and see if it's meant to be used in motion? Is it safe to be used towards the tube?
Looking at it, you're I mean, it'll work. It won't work very well as you're getting dragged away from the targets, right? Because you have to be even faster and more dexterous.
I just didn't want to make sure we
anything.
broke something because we were using it in motion.
No, it doesn't look like anything has broken yet, which is fortunate since you were dragged across the bottom for a little bit.
Yes, Cyrus, I think we should probably take a break here. I don't know if we should be using this while it's in motion.
What? No, but my souls. Wait, and he's having such a struggle because he wants to be the best.
Yes,
but he's also oh, but souls.
Oh yeah, souls.
I think we're good here. I don't think that we should do much, and she's just gonna sit down. I think. I don't think these would suck up even more souls.
Okay.
I think she would just. I would rather lose than.
Cat thinks she's
potentially
already
harm
won.
ourselves.
Indeed,
No, actually,
she thinks she's
I know I've lost. I've
safely
lost a round from
ahead.
everyone else.
We go back topside. The Glabber Zoo is going to take one of its giant claws and looks at the chain next to it and snaps it out to try and break the chain. Okay.
It's fine.
He snaps out and grabs it, and then the chain just kind of moves him past. And fortunately, he doesn't break it just yet. Okay, that's good. And then he takes another one of these, and Barnabas is just out of range here, and he can't necessarily reach. Yeah, I think that's it. He tries to break the machine and is unable to do so in this particular round. Okay. Trescott, you're being dragged across the ground, being reeled in, you think? What do you want to do?
Yeah, Cyrus, I think we should, keep our breath short, not, don't work too hard on that machine. Yeah, I'm having a hard time breathing in this heavy. Okay, let's hope we are getting dragged up, and let's hope it's Basilstein that's bringing us up. And I'll just sit and wait.
Okay. Francis?
I guess I would just sit down and wait as well.
Yeah,
Guys,
absolutely.
would it be hilarious if I summoned the demonic bell demon inside the little sphere with us, just to see what happens? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, just kidding.
Do it, I dare you. Hugo, you note that like you need to continue to maneuver the crane and work the crane itself to be able to actually bring them to the surface. So I would need another successful check from you to continue.
Wonderful. Investigation, right?
Yeah, an intelligence check of any kind.
11, but I will add a psionic neck to that.
Okay, good idea.
Add a
Good idea.
6. There you go, 17.
Which just meets the
Nice.
difficulty check and doesn't drag the bathysphere across the river bottom in a random direction. So
Well,
that's good.
I'm glad.
Well
They will owe me so
done.
many soul coins
you.
after this.
Well done. Yeah. So you continue to be successful. Fortunately, the Glabrezu has not like stopped the chain, right? He was unable to do so in that round. Barnabas is going to get a little bit closer and on the other side, taking the attention of the demon with him to the other side of the barge there, and continues to fire rays at him. These are unfortunately going to blast in the Glabrezu and not deal any damage, but he does taunt the Glabrezu. Hey, big guy, what are those 2 other smaller arms for anyways? They seem so useless. Why not have multiple pincer arms, which would be
It's a good point.
much more useful?
It is a good point. I agree.
Okay. For those of my people down below, we're gonna, kind of skip ahead here. Is
Yeah,
there anything
that's
that you're doing for the next 4 rounds that you want to be doing, or are we just waiting?
I think at this point, V might have pulled Cyrus away from the machine and just had him sit down with her.
Yeah.
That's the only other thing. Cyrus, you win. It's fine. We just need to sit.
Cyrus sits there grumpily.
Okay. The Glabrezu is going to attempt to do the same thing. It lashes out, trying to grab at, or it's going to attempt to confuse Barnabas.
No.
The spell will assault and twist the creature's mind, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. And Barnabas needs to make a wisdom saving throw for this.
He's a wise man, right? Right?
He is not.
No.
What is the DC on this? He rolled really well. The difficulty class is... Woo! Barnabas just makes the save at a 17, baby!
Oh, nice.
And doesn't become confused, and you watch as he kind of shakes his skull head around a little bit. He goes, "You almost got me, but not yet!" And he blasts him a couple more times with fire bolts. He's like, "I'm really trying out here, please get them up quickly!"
Oh, I'm going whole hog on this thing.
Whole hog! That's clever! Okay,
Thank
Hugo,
you.
roll me another check.
Okay. That's gonna be a 18.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the 3rd successful check as you're dragging them upwards here. You can see the bathysphere now has emerged. It's near the surface, but it needs to clear a little bit more for the crane to drag it up and out of the river Styx water. You would know this because Barnabas has told you while, talking about traversing the river Styx that touching any of the water of the river Styx has really horrible consequences. So it would be very good to get them clear and away from it before being able to open the damn thing.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Okay. Barnabas continues to blast this dude with fire. Nice. Okay. Does 14 more fire damage to him. It's doing pretty good. And the Glabrezu is going to glares at him, looks at you, shouts out something in Abyssal that you don't understand, and is going to attempt one last time to clamp and break the bathysphere line.
No,
And
Joel.
he is unable to.
Yes. Joel.
I think Barnabas, in style, swoops around in front of him and blasts it with a bit of a firebolt, distracting him long enough that the Glabrezu is unable to clamp the line. And in that moment, your gracious host, Basilstein, comes screeching down from the sky, pitchfork out, and slams into the Glabrezu, knocking him into the river Styx.
Ooh, ow.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It's not. The Glabrezu screams out and sinks below the surface quickly, as if weighed down by something, or dragged down by the multitude of screaming souls inside. It seems that the fight around you has also been cleaned up. Brock bodies lie scattered on the ground. A couple of the devils are dead, but it looks to be that they were rather victorious rather quickly.
Barnabas just 1v1 that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone stealed it. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah. Barnabas looks up and around. Oh, good. Looks like we did it. Let's get them out of the sphere. And Basilstein's like, right, yeah, this happens from time to time. Well done. Appreciate the help and all that. I guess it's fortunate that we didn't lose your friends.
Yes, it seems somewhat fortunate, given the lack of information about the potential circumstance.
Yeah, well, demons be demons. And the bathysphere kind of like swings back and forth a little bit there, and he's like, all right, well, let's get them out and see what they got. He opens up the bathysphere, and that's where we'll take our bio break. Yay!
Nice.
Good
I'd
job.
like to think we're all
this
sitting.
guy. Look how cute this guy
So
is.
cute. Rufus best.
Rufus is best cat. Best male cat in Connor's house.
He is the best male character.
Yep, chat, we need to, chat, I keep saying that because I'm used to being live, but comment section, if you would like the cat cam to permanently replace Hugo Fitzwilliam,
Yes.
There's be
I
two
wanna
cats
look at-
now.
please comment below.
Hey.
Thank you. Yeah,
Double the cat cam.
yeah, just that. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Can we get like an unobtrusive light in the cat room?
No, he's
Some-
sleeping.
No, I know.
No, but
I
like
know
a
that. I'm
small
saying
pen
saying
light.
there's some light that doesn't
Yeah.
disturb him. See, look, like exactly right there, Rufus, where you were pointing.
Yeah, just like in the
He's
corner.
using the scratching post while he's still like asleep.
Brilliant. Absolutely genius.
So
I don't know if
cute.
there's some sort of like there's sounds that animals come to. Maybe there's
cleaning
light
his tiny face.
that he
Oh.
can't perceive that we can.
Hmm.
It's just like, just let me sleep, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He has
Stop
been there
talking about rolling dice.
sleeping.
You annoying
Yeah.
prick.
You should
He's
add
sleeping
all
so
of
well.
this, Joel. You'll get all of the YouTube
Oh, I am.
comments.
Oh, this is all in.
Yeah, this is okay. There's those videos, those cat videos do real well on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Subscribe here now for more videos of Rufus. I'm just gonna take all of Connor's content, all of it. We're
Nice.
starting with D&D and we'll end with cats.
Aw.
It's all mine now. Whoa.
Can that be the thumbnail? Can you just have like normal thumbnails for all of them except just Rufus's face for this one?
All right. Well, I need a close-up face for Rufus, and then
Yeah.
we'll do it. So that's Connor. That's on you. You need to send me pictures. Thanks. So that being said, welcome back to the Cat Show. We are double catted up today, and sans Justin, unfortunately. Fortunately, though, the bathysphere did make it back topside, and the crew wasn't left at the bottom of the river Styx. Which,
Hooray.
that's the result. That's what happens if that Glabrezu snaps the chain. I rolled really poorly. It's actually very likely that the crew ends up at the bottom of the river Styx, wildly enough. So thanks, adventure designers, for that one. That's awesome. So you're brought back up, and after letting it drip dry a little bit, and maybe so you don't get touched by any of the water, Basilstein cranks open the bathysphere and looks and, well, how was it?
Wonderful.
That's better.
Oh, get a little, you needed the oxygen. Oh, I should have known that. Everyone's fine, right? You're good? No.
It's a bit rocky on the ass end, but we're fine otherwise.
Rocky on the ass end. Oh, yeah, we had a little bit of trouble up here. And you, look around, and there's just, Vrock bodies all over the place, and devils just covered in black demon blood.
I take it we won, at least.
Oh, yeah, we did all right. I kicked a Glabberzoo into the river Styx, and he looks over at your flaming skull friend Barnabas. And, that one right there is actually kind of useful. I should get me one of those.
Oh.
Yes, he's awfully handy, isn't he? Thank you, Barnabas, by the way. You sort of facilitated the whole escape.
I told you, I'd be kind of useful, and, well, thank you for taking me adventuring. It's been quite the blast.
Ah, I see what you did there. You did a little blast thing earlier. That was good.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah. So Basilstein goes, all right, well, let's check the tank and give me the counts. What'd you come up with? What were the soul counts?
In last place is Cyrus, I think, with 62 souls.
62. Okay.
I know.
62 souls.
Wow.
And then I think it's Francis.
Well, I got 65.
65.
Okay.
Then Trescott was 72.
Okay.
And then V with 78, even skipping around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really high rolls there. And he looks at this and he nods. He's like, I'll be damned. I think we will call test run 221 a success. Well done. And you reaches into his pocket and pulls out a shiny soul coin just for V. Now this is for giving your all to making Zariel's new army even more formidable.
Thank you. And she's gonna take it, and she knows exactly what it's gonna feel like, so she reaches slowly and
Just take it. Just put it in your hands.
Yep.
Take it. And he goes,
It's just
in your head.
the wave goes, she already spent one for the machine yesterday, and now she just gets one back.
I love when Joel goes so magna that his mic is just
Mike doesn't know
nope.
what to do.
You know what the best part is? It only does that because I'm on Zoom and it suppresses it. Everyone at home gets the full fucking
Do they?
thing.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Eat shit, you plebs.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I purposefully go through and uncompress those sections.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fuck you, headphone users.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I don't do that. Jesus.
You should.
It'd be funny.
Base boosted.
Base boosted. So, yeah, Basilstein's like, test run 221 is a success, and the devils around are like, it seems like it's safe enough for my crew to use, and we'll be dredging up souls for, well, probably the rest of forever until Zariel gets back. That being said, I think you all wanted cross the river.
That's correct, yes.
All right, then.
Francis sounds normal again.
Yeah. Francis, do you look the same, or do you
Yeah, I would say I look the same. I would say it's more just Francis has forgotten to do the
He goes,
voice.
hang on a second. Why do you sound different?
Well, I'm just more at ease now. I can show my true self to you.
I appreciate
Anyway, let's get
that.
across the river and we can...
No, you know what? I feel like we've gotten a lot closer today.
Well, thank you, Beetlejuice. I feel the same.
What? Oh, fine. Load them up. Go get your pieces of metal. We'll get them across.
Cyrus will go mount the Devil's Rat.
Before that, V's gonna walk up to the Devil's Right, and Cyrus can be like, did you want this? For you could have. I think you won. She's gonna offer the coin.
I think you won.
Cyrus remembers the last time he saw these coins was in a pouch of skin, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
He's like, nope, yeah, nope, not, nope. You can have that, nope.
Okay, Cyrus. She's gonna like walk back. Stay
I
safe.
did win, though. I did win. Even though we came last.
Wow, you're channeling it today. So, getting your war machines ready and cranking them up. Screams of the damned coming out of the engines. You do note that like the devils are like appreciative of the machinery and like what they look like and some of the changes that you all have made here. Yeah, I think you load on up to their barge, and Basilstein himself, with some of his compatriots, will push off and ferry you along their like the chain and the crank across the river Styx to the other side with a bone devil flying escort.
Nice.
It takes a little bit of time to like, because it's a slow crank large barge to get across the river. I think Lulu inside the tank is like, is everything okay? It was really scary. There's a lot of screaming, and I think a body hit the top of the machine, and there was a squelching sound and more screams and please no. It was
The
kind of a
best
lot.
advice I've found for Avernus is just squash it down. Take those bad thoughts, those feelings, those memories, and just suppress them. Just really drive them down.
So just suppress them. Okay, pushing it down. Pushing it. Well, Francis, this feels really awful. I feel like
Welcome to my world.
I feel like doing this is just really not healthy. Oh gosh.
It's better than hearing the screaming every second as she like just stares at her pocket.
Yeah. Ah!
just for the sound clip on that one. Yeah.
That's great.
Trescott would ask Basilstein, you said that Zariel's return. Do you happen to know when she's due back?
Oh, she's got a couple of flying fortresses. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the schedule to see which one's coming back for maintenance. But she does have her main structure that she flies around. Yeah, it's a giant basalt citadel. Looks kind of like a sword blade. But, she comes in every once in a while, draws up some souls from the river. We do some maintenance and things like that. But, yeah, there's a couple of them flying around here. Not sure when she'll be back, though. But she will be pleased that we have a way to collect souls and, make the repairs and restocking of souls for the Citadel a little bit faster. So I appreciate that. I'll let her know that we had your help.
Wonderful.
I don't say anything.
Yes. You go ahead and do that, I suppose, because I can't think of an awfully good excuse for you not to. So.
Well, I mean, she does rule this plane. It's better to be on her good side than her bad side, right? And it's not like you're trying to do anything that would, get in the way of her machinations.
Of course.
No, of course not.
Right. Why do I smell celestial?
Oh, that's just that's our glowing friend over here, Cyrus. Yes.
Wow, you really couldn't think of an excuse either, have they? I suppose. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Well, I suppose even the glowiest of us end up in hell sometime.
Yeah.
Precisely.
The barge clanks against the side, and they take the ramp down. And he goes, "Well, y'all have a safe trip now, and come back and visit us sometime. I'd really like to pick your brain there on some of that mechanical stuff you got going on." Like, pats the top of your war machine. She's like, "These damn things look real good."
Thank you. I've worked pretty hard to make these as good as they got here.
He also points at Hugo's gun. And that thing. Now, what I could do with about 30 of those. Maybe we can contract you up sometime and you can build some stuff for us.
Yes, if I come back this way, I'll be sure to find you immediately.
Good. Spits off to the side and kind of, takes the coal out of his mouth and says, well, happy trails. And they start to lift the thing up and crank themselves back over.
Right, bye-bye, Brock Lesnar. Thank you.
Bye. See you later.
Bye. And there you go. That's Basilstein and Test Run 221.
Liked Basilstein. He was a nice guy. He sounded like every mechanic in the factory.
I specifically didn't ask if it took 220 tries to get that thing right.
Yeah, right.
I just
didn't
let it
ask.
go.
Didn't ask. John, I was gonna say the same thing. He was like, I used to work in aerospace manufacturing. Yeah. There's a reason I know the voice in the deep south. Like, there's a reason.
Work in a bread factory. Everyone.
Yep. Every single guy. It's so weird. It's like its own entire language. It's great.
They grow them in a cave somewhere.
And they're always the best. Like,
absolutely.
They're like fucking experts at what they do. It's fantastic. So you are now on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and drag us back on over to the big map so you get a little bit of a better feel on where we are. And I will clear out for the folks at home all of these pictures that I had brought up. So you would find yourself basically just on the other side of the Stygian dock, right? It takes a little bit of time to get cranked on over there, but you know that northward is the way to go, right? Like there's not really much else to do other than that.
Following Barnabas.
Back on the trail.
Cyrus, I need another
On the road again.
survival check, please,
Ready to get on the road
as we get on the road again.
17.
Good enough, because it's very easy to kind of tell where to go. As you look at the map, and not really pulled everyone else off the map too early, there's these weird tree-looking things lining the road up to Harriman's Hill. They seem to be markers of sorts. And as you drive on by, wrought iron trees line this trail that leads to the summit of the steep hill. Anguished knights are impaled on the tree's metal branches, their bodies writhing in torment as bloated sturges feast on their blood.
Wash it down, Francis. Just don't look.
Just squash it.
Francis, I'm having a lot of trouble squashing it down!
Well, Lulu, maybe you should sing us a song and we can stop hearing the cries of anguish coming into the window.
Just keep swimming, Francis, I don't even know how to swim, but I remember this song from somewhere.
I would not swim in that river.
Just keep swimming. As you drive by the tortured souls. Barnabas, in the front of the motorcycle, I suppose, yells out because it's loud. So, Harriman's Hill, named for Harriman, human paladin of Helm, used to be one of Zario's most devoted Hell Riders. He crucified deserters on Coward's Way. That's what all these poor bastards are doing here. Each soul pinned to the barbed metal trees. Now, some of them, and he could point if he had arms, have inscriptions above them about what they did or who they and when they abandoned.
Can I read one of the inscriptions?
Well, you'd have to stop the car and get out.
Oh, okay. So you can't as I'm like guessing.
I mean, I'm assuming you guys are like driving along at a clip here, or are we
like white knuckle
slowing
grit
down?
teeth.
Oh, Cyrus would not
Okay.
be stopping. He'd be like,
No,
don't look at
fine.
the scary. Don't look.
Yeah. flocks of these sturges buzzing about. For those of you that may not remember what those look like, they're like terrible fleshy mosquito things.
Nice.
Sucking the blood
Of it.
out of the
like their hair.
poor punctured
They don't.
souls. Yeah, they have hair. It's weird.
That's one up from the bubblegum man, I think.
Yeah. They're actually not devils. They're just awful monsters.
Oh, this place
just
just
happen
has
to be
awful
here.
monsters.
Yes.
You just
Mhm.
okay,
There are sometimes just awful monsters.
great.
Yeah, it's good. As you get closer to the base of the hill, you realize that it's getting a bit close to packed here with these iron trees. You will likely have to disembark from your metallic contraptions to summit the hill.
So just double check. Every single tree has someone impaled, tortured on it.
Yes,
Screaming,
Nice.
getting sucked.
yes.
Are they like-
hundreds of them?
Are they like alive, or are they like just kind of like half passed out, groaning a bit?
The description states rather specifically that flocks of sturges buzz between the branches, feasting hungrily on the screaming crucified victims.
Well, I think
So
that
none of
answers
them
that
are
one.
past. So they're all fully awake, yelling their heads
Screaming.
off.
Permanently
Forever.
tortured for
Wanna
deserting
get more blood
Zariel.
forever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I would get out of the vehicle.
Sure.
Is there anyone closer to me? Any, like, the closest of the screaming people? I guess I would.
Yeah,
kinda-
sure. I mean, you could approach them.
Yeah, I would. Well, I don't want to fully approach. I kind of just want to read from a distance. I don't want to get anywhere near those.
Roll me a perception
random
check.
Creatures that are flying. Okay. Double nat
Double
20s.
nat one.
I mean,
I
double
think
nat
you're more
ones, yeah.
taken by the fact that this
5.
man is missing lots of different portions of his body, looks desiccated, really, and is mumbling to himself. His one eye, still remaining in the socket, rolls around to see you and says, "Help! Help! Please! Help! Help! I can't take it anymore! Please!"
I mean, we could help.
V hearing someone ask for help would go and help. And so she's gonna walk over. We can't just leave him. They
Hold
asked
on,
for
read the plaque first. It might say, that he was a real nasty bugger.
help. Okay, I guess she's gonna read the plaque first on Hugo's instruction.
It says above their head, Knight of Torm abandoned Zariel during assault on Avernus.
That's probably fair enough, I suppose.
Please help! And like a sturge like comes down and plucks his other eye out.
He's gonna bat him away, the Sturges, and try to get him down.
Okay.
Can I use like my tinker tools to break the chains or whatever that's holding him out?
You can certainly try. And as you do so, 6 or so sturges begin flapping about you. They start to try and attach and drink your non-existent blood.
Yeah, I can go for it.
But each one of their
Go
sets
away.
of teeth do attempt to puncture you and damage your armor. And there's... Without your shield, what's your AC?
19.
So 1, 2, 3. 3 of them do puncture pieces of you. They try to attach, and they do. Like, they're on you, but there's nothing for them to, like, suck the blood out of. But they do deal a total of 17 points of piercing damage to your armor as they attach themselves to you. The rest of them still flock about you and will continue to make these types of attacks until A, they realize that you don't have any blood, or B, you leave them to their feast.
V, I want to help as much as the other, but why this one and not the other 100,000 trees? It seems like are down here. I understand we need to help, but I think maybe the best way to help is to to try and end whatever the hell is going on here.
I agree, but this one asked for my help. And I told myself I was going to help as many people as I can.
I
So-
understand.
V's gonna try to knock or get the chains off still. I think she would still.
Okay, as you move forward, taking out all of your tools, go ahead and roll me your Tinker's Tools check as more of these Sturges begin to bite into you.
26.
The 26 is successful. You're able to break the chains here. 4 more of these Sturges have attached themselves to you, realizing that they can't get any blood. They still are trying. They don't really communicate well with each other. That's 13, 18, 24 total points of piercing damage as they crunch into your body.
Okay.
And now V has 6 or so Sturges hanging off of her metallic form.
That must be really entertaining to see.
And she's doing her best to ignore them and break the chains. You break the chains and the figure slumps down, eyeless, into your arms. What's going on? Where are you taking me? What's happening? Please, please help. End it, please.
It's all right. I got you. And I guess she would just jump down from the tree with the person.
You're going to continue to carry him. You note that there are Sturges attached to his body, sucking his blood. Roughly 3 of them.
Okay, well, I can't stop those. We're trying to run away from the Sturges. I'm trying to, I guess I would try to get the other ones off of me.
Another knight from one of the other trees. Wait, why is he being helped? Why are you helping him? Help me! And another one further down looks and says, he was the worst of us all. Why would you do this for him and not me?
V is definitely overwhelmed. You could see her looking and I'm sorry. And so she's trying to drag him away because she can only do so much. But she's just apologizing profusely to all of these as she's dragging him.
Yeah, the second one. We don't want your apologies. We want freedom. Help us. Why do you help him and not us? Help us.
Do we get away?
I mean, they continue to drain the blood from him and attack you, and if you bring them over to your compatriots, they're going to smell the blood of your compatriots and begin to attack them.
I can't. She would not leave him after this. I don't think.
Francis, Trescott, Hugo, Cyrus, what do you do as V is now leading over roughly 13 of these Sturges to your location and an eyeless man?
Well, do we see that they're sort of mobbing? I mean, I know we see they're mobbing them, but do we see they're actually managing to harm V in some way or no?
Oh, I mean, you can definitely see damage to her armor.
I just run up and try to slice them off her, I guess, with my side blades.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
All right, you want to attack for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a... Sorry, soul knife, not side blades. We're not playing StarCraft. That is a 9, because I'm...
As you try to not
amused by the
stab...
scene.
Not stab V underneath the Sturge that is attached to their body. Unfortunately, you do miss.
I mean, Trescott would try to help V get the crap off her, even though he himself thinks it's a valiant effort. So yeah, I would also try and cleave one of these things off.
Sure. Roll for it.
25.
So you pop one of them. They don't have a whole lot of health. You don't
crowbarring
really
them off.
need to do anything. And it pops and splatters blood of the damned all over V here. That being said, this does garner the attention of, I don't know, a whole flock of these things. And I'm going to need you to
The
roll
flock
me
is
some
like 4 or 5, right?
initiative. Oh, yeah. Totally not like 20.
So 5.
So it's fine.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
It's absolutely fine.
Nat 20 for initiative.
Good. You're going to need it.
I'm gonna need it.
I also got a nat 20.
What's your
Good.
dex?
I got 3rd, sorry.
It's
hang on,
3.
I'll do it again. Change it.
Mine is also 3. I don't know what to do at that point.
I mean, Francis specifically has a 24, and you have a 23, so he does beat you in that case.
Where does that one come from?
It's true.
Just being a cool guy. I can't believe we've, beaten giant monsters, and we're gonna get killed by bloody mosquitoes.
This actually happens to more people than you'd realize. Sturges, for some
wants to
reason,
be the good guy, right? Everyone
Sturges,
wants
for
to
some
be-
reason, are.
Oh my god, they ate everything but the front half of Rufus's face.
Oh no!
Like and subscribe to save Rufus, everyone.
And V, you
Joel,
have.
I'll shill for you, because then it
2,
seems
3.
ironic, even though it's still shilling.
It's fine. Fine. It's fine. Those are all on V, and then the flock.
Holy fuck. Joel, we agreed 5.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And the flock approaches. So I will go ahead and get the
I really
skulls
don't
and
like
stuff
the
in
phrase
here.
the flock approaches.
Okay, so Francis needs to put them all to sleep at once.
I was going to attempt to do so.
Okay. The Sturgis roll also a natural 20.
All of them?
I'm rolling them as one.
Oh.
They
We're
are
gonna be
they
here for a
function
long time,
as a
then.
flock.
Is my dex more than theirs? I'll fight
So
them.
look, I think look,
They
again,
are
just an
+3.
accuracy thing. I
I'm
think we
also
can
+3.
all agree that Cyrus starts in the middle of the flock.
Joel, do they go first or do I go first?
You have a +3?
Yeah.
Roll me a dex check.
Okay.
Just raw dex. They rolled a 20.
Not me.
Not you. They will go first.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Well,
You are carrying this person who also has Sturges on him. Francis, what do you do? As
I'm going
the
to-
tortured souls are screaming for help from the line of crosses, essentially. What do you want to do?
I guess I would cast hypnotic pattern, trying to hit as much of the flock as I can.
It's a 20 by 20?
30.
30 by 30. Okay. What's the
Pacify some
DC?
people on the trees.
It's 14.
You do get a lot of them.
yay.
A lot of them. And honestly, I'm just gonna mark the ones that you didn't get because that's much easier. And it's just gonna be the ones at the front because that's easy for me. So 6 of them resist. The others become, when they're flying, do they just fall to the ground?
Well, it says they're incapacitated, and
So they
their
fall to the
speed
ground.
is- yeah. So I
So
guess
when
they
they
do fall.
impact the ground, they wake up?
Yeah,
It's a
oh, they
dose
would. They
damage.
would if they take damage from the impact.
But you said they're weak, and they
Uh-huh.
don't have a lot of hit points.
Uh-huh.
The ground is rough, you know.
Yeah, the ground is
Yeah.
super rough.
Hmm.
I lay all of my caltrops out on the ground before the fight.
This is what happened to the flying devils when we fought the last 2 episodes ago. They hypnotic to the ground and then just woke up when they hit the ground. if I recall.
Yeah, but these just explode when
lot
they
of
hit the
Some
ground,
of
that's what I'm hearing.
these bloated beasties do impact the ground and pop.
Good.
The others, however, wake up.
Oh, how many? How many died?
4.
4.
Okay, so they. Okay.
I've never been more excited. To
I mean, that's all I've got. I will bardically inspire V as well.
Okay.
I feel like she might need it.
The flock of Sturgis. V, you have 5 of them on you currently.
Do I get my shield again? Because I'm not.
You are
climbing.
dragging a man.
Okay.
You do not
Okay.
have your hands to utilize. So the 5 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will continue to chew into your body, trying to find the non-existent blood. Be 9, 10, 13 total points of piercing damage just from those.
Well, I'm down then.
He goes down. Okay.
Oh no!
I really needed one turn.
The other Sturgis, we're just gonna go 4 on Cyrus here, 4 on Trescott. as they beset themselves onto the group. Francis at the back here. You only get 2. Look at that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for Trescott. Trescott, what is your AC currently?
20.
One of them attaches themselves and deals 6 piercing damage. The other ones impact your armor.
What did you say, 6? I'm sorry?
6, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Cyrus. What's Cyrus's AC?
19.
One of them attaches themselves for 7 piercing damage.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, 4. For Hugo here. Hugo, what's your AC?
17.
One of them attaches itself for 6 piercing damage out of 24. And 2 against Francis at the end here is a 14 and a 17 to hit.
The 17 hits.
7 piercing damage and is attached to you.
Oh!
You each have 1 attached to you, and V is down.
Great.
Let's get Barnabas in the initiative here. He would not be missing this.
Good
Or
show,
Lulu.
everyone.
Wow, they rolled 5s. Okay, so they'll be close to the end here. Okay. V, I need a death save. As they're just tearing through your mechanics.
8.
That is a failure.
Okay.
Cyrus.
No. Jeez.
Cyrus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cyrus,
That's me.
you're Cyrus, yes.
Yeah, I would. Sorry about that. I would basically be trying to punch these off of me.
Okay, one of them is attached to you.
Oh, I suppose the other ones aren't, are they?
They are not. There are 3 that are not attached.
So here's what I'd like to do, Joel, if I can.
Tell me about it.
I'd like to whack, if I can, the one off of me. Let's start there.
You can use your action to detach the sturge, but it does take an action to do so.
Okay. Can I attack it? Like,
At disadvantage because of like its location, sure.
I'm gonna go for it because I think this would be cool if it worked.
Okay.
Monk unarmed attack, because I don't feel like I'm gonna swing my quarterstaff at it.
Yourself, right? As it's
Yes,
attached to like
exactly,
your
right.
neck, draining you of blood, sure.
Yeah. Just gonna try to punch it with disadvantage. Here we go.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Definitely hits, and you pop the one on you, and it splatters you with your own blood and the blood of the damned.
Oh, lovely. So are the others like around me?
Yeah, they're just
or are
like
they
fluttering
actually
around you, harrying you, their little mouths trying to pierce and puncture and grab.
So this is why I wanted to see if I hit first. I'd like to use 2 key points to use burning hands on like the rest of them. So I'm like, punch, plah.
So burning hands is a cone, and they're like around you.
I see. It's not like
So it'd be
that. They're not
directional.
just
You could
here.
attempt to burning hands your friends?
Don't feel like that'd be a good idea. I wished that they would be a little closer together, Sturges. In which case, maybe I shouldn't do that. And I guess I'll just hit one of the Sturges flying around.
I think
me.
if you're sorry, because I know you haven't played Cyrus before. Cyrus has the
Flurry of blows.
the sun bolts, right?
Radiant
That's what they're
sun
called,
bolts.
radiant suns, and there's like a billion of them with key points. I'm
Right, so
actually not
you
sure how
have
that
2
goes.
basic attacks, right? Like you get another
Yes,
punch
I was
anyways.
going to attack again regardless.
Okay.
And then you
One
can
of the
spend a
other
key point to
Sturges.
attack 2 more times, or you can just attack 1 time with
Dear
like an
Lord.
offhand.
Let's ban monks. All right, I'm gonna
I
attack.
know, right?
I'm gonna attack.
Now I know
good
why
idea.
he wanted to play a monk. I didn't realize you had banned it from previous games.
Do you also know why I don't allow him to play monks now?
I rolled a 27. That's
I mean-
actually a natural 20.
Oh yeah, why are you? Yeah.
Sorry, that's because I pressed a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. So I mean, it does enough damage to kill one of these guys. There's no reason to like double it
And
up.
I guess I will
as it
burn
pops.
a key point to attack twice again if I can.
Okay.
Burn the key point. Oops. Press the button. Oh,
Ooh.
double nat ones.
Double nat 1. You miss horribly on this one.
No.
as it flaps
Fourth
out of the
attack.
way. And that's
Oh,
another
nat
nat 20.
20.
And you
Lord.
pop another.
Okay.
Your
Cyrus
fists
only has
and
one.
robes covered in blood.
Yeah, I mean that's Cyrus.
Okay.
For you.
Hugo, very close quarters. One of them attached to you. What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna ignore the one that's attached to me, because fuck him, and I'm gonna swing at two of the other ones with my soul knives.
Sounds good.
First one is a 16 to hit.
Does
for
hit.
6 points psychic.
Yeah, absolutely
and,
pops him.
Yeah, okay, fine. Then. And the offhand is an 11 to hit. for
The
9
11 will
points of psychic.
miss, unfortunately.
Oh, oof, baboof. All right. Yeah, then I guess I can't rip the one that's on me off.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't have much to do here, honestly. Yeah, I guess I'll just end my turn flailing wildly at the
Okay.
bubblegum birds attacking me.
Barnabas goes, Hugo, I can end all of this right now. I've got one big button for this left, but it might kill everyone.
Well, I think V is somewhat injured at the moment. How big of a button are we talking?
Remember the one that I blasted the rocks in the sky with?
Don't do that.
All
That's
right.
an awful idea.
Okay.
I mean, maybe if we were in better shape.
And he goes, fire ray, against some around you. He's attempting to not hit you guys, and he rolls a 6 and a 12, and unfortunately will miss. Lulu. I only deal damage in cones! But I can't do this! No! I've got a couple of these left!
Cone-based attacks.
And she is going
We've
to
all been
use
there.
one of her twice a day cure wounds and heals V for 8 points.
Yay.
Francis
Get a
didn't want that
tiny
heal, I
turn,
guess.
please.
Not yet.
Okay. Trescott.
Trescott, sad. Trescott is also going to just disregard the one that's attached to him and try and swing at the ones that are not attached to him.
Sure.
Longsword attack. Ooh, this one. Bang. 13.
13 will just miss.
Oh, just miss. I just already pressed the damage. All right, then I'll swing again with my sword. How about a
14 will just hit.
Lovely. 13.
Yeah, and you pop one of them and blood all over.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's it for me. I already used my action, and I don't really want to run away.
Francis.
All right. I will yell out, V, don't worry. You'll be fine. And I will cast sleep at level 2, centering it around V.
I have so little hit
10!
points.
10!
15.
I got 10!
15 total, but that is 3
Wow.
ones on that
15.
first one.
Oh.
3 ones. And the thing is, this might be a good thing, because it's going to affect a lot of the creatures in the area that
I will say,
aren't
Joel,
V.
It starts with highest hit points. So if V has
Lowest.
the highest. Is it lowest? I thought
lowest.
it was highest.
Mhm.
Are you sure?
Yes. Otherwise, it would be completely ineffectual.
It is lowest.
Yeah.
It is.
Magic
Oh.
can't put me to sleep anyway, if it makes you feel better.
All right. Okay.
So
Me neither.
10.
That's
As a
why I
fun
got so
fact-
upset because I was like, "Fuck! I'm gonna put V." All right. You know what? Never
Magic.
mind then.
magic can't put me to sleep.
Francis
Me neither.
doesn't
So
even know how
sleep
to
us
spell
all.
work.
Go for it.
Sleep us all.
I'm the only one who can really be sleeped. Cyrus
I'm
can just wake
immune.
himself up if he
No,
wants.
all of the hit points from sleep are taken up by the Sturges around you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them
10.
7 of them fall asleep and, onto the ground.
They will wake up in a minute, but it should be easy to just stomp them, I guess.
Bring out the boot.
But that ends my turn. Even
Do
though I still have.
they?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, do they drop off of me if they're asleep? Like they're just.
They're like, no,
little
like they're
things?
little, they just like, kunk, they're like there, right? It's just
Okay.
like they're hanging on your body.
Got it.
They aren't
That's
doing
fine.
anything, they're just hanging
Okay.
on your body.
That's fine.
The Sturges will do their thing. The one that is attached to Trescott, you know what, Trescott,
It's asleep, right?
We'll roll a d20. If it's above a 10, then it's not asleep.
So rude.
That's a 19.
Asleep.
It's not asleep. It will drain 1d4 plus 3 of your blood, so 5 points of your hit points there are drained by the creature. One of them, the one still attached to Cyrus, will do the same thing. Will drain 5 points. The one still attached to Hugo will drain 4 points, and then the other two make attacks. A 23 will hit. Another one attaches itself to you for 7 points.
Yay, new friend.
Francis, the one attached to you, drains 5 points. The other one makes an attack. It's an 18 to hit for 7 piercing damage and attaches itself to you.
Nice.
Slurp, slurp. Also, I will say, the one that was attached to Cyrus, he exploded with his fans, if I recall correctly.
I thought he
Yeah,
missed.
that's true. No, he
No, it was
hit
with
the
disadvantage,
one.
and he hit it.
Oh,
Yeah, and he hit it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hang on. Then the one that's still flying would make an attack. So
Try
there's
and
one
attack,
left.
yeah.
It's a 19.
Yeah,
That just
yeah,
hits.
that would hit.
Okay, so it does 6 points of piercing damage and it is attached.
Oh, it did more damage this time now. Shit. That's what I
V.
get for calling it out.
You have
I know.
5 Sturges just dead weight on
Dangling
you.
from me,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
The
well,
man in
they're
your arms
asleep,
looks
right?
unconscious.
They're asleep. Everything's asleep. Okay. V is going to ignore them completely and cast Magic Missile and upcast it
Okay.
at level 2 for the ones. I think there's 4 hits, so she's going to do 2 on Francis and 2 on Hugo.
Okay.
Or whatever. I think there's who has
Maybe we should
one
specify
attached.
the sturgeons.
I have
One,
2
yeah,
attached.
one is attached. Whatever the one, there's 4 attached, right? There's.
Yes.
Okay, so all 4, those 4.
Okay, so you stand up, you look around, and you see that your friends have Sturges attached to them as well, and you cast Magic Missile.
Yes. So let me just do that.
Yeah, the base damage for Magic Missile is enough to kill these things.
Okay.
So, like, you cannot roll low enough with Magic Missile to not kill these things.
Neat.
So 4 of them will go pop, 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 all on your friends,
So anything
covering
so
them in
there's
blood.
just flying, right? There's no one that's. Is there any that are attached still?
There's one attached to Cyrus, and I believe one attached to Trescott.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
that actually, if I blink, will it wake them up? Will they come with me with the blink?
Um,
DM?
Damn
Do they follow me?
sure, I think so, because they're attached to you.
Oh. Yeah, but they're not me. They're not part of
Your,
me.
your clothes follow you.
Yeah, your armor's following.
Your armor
That's true.
follows you,
That's
your
okay.
shield,
That's
your
fair. That's
pack.
fair. Okay. All right. And then I will pass my turn. I'll just hang out there.
Cyrus, there's one attached. And most of them are asleep, though, and most have been handled, thankfully.
All right, gonna attack the one that's on me because I don't like it being on me.
Okay.
Unarmed strike, disadvantage. Here we go. Whack. 14.
Just hits for 6 bludgeoning
6
damage.
bludgeoning.
You pop that one and tear him off of you.
And because Trescott is my best friend, I will try and rip the ones off of Trescott.
We'll ask Justin about that one later.
I assume it's just a regular attack if it's not on me specifically.
Yes.
Other unarmed strike. 18
As you
for 9 bludgeoning
Crush
damage.
the one on Trescott, and it explodes in a fountain of blood on him.
Lovely. Do I want to burn a key point for the other 2? Sure, I got enough of those. I'm going to attack again. The other 2.
The other 2 are
Trescott
auto
round.
hits because
'cause
they
they're
are
asleep.
sleeping.
Pa,
And they
pa.
can't move, so you basically just stomp them out as their blood splashes on the sands of Avernus.
Nice. I am hating how descriptive you are about how much blood is on us.
Yeah.
And that's it for Cyrus. Cyrus is going to kind of
my
go,
job.
And
go.
That'll be it.
So I still have one attached to me, right?
Correct.
What does it take to splat it? Isn't it an attack or?
It's an attack at disadvantage to take care of the ones on you, or you can use an action to just remove it.
I'm assuming as part of removing it, I can't throw it at the floor. So Yeah, I'll take an
Unfortunately
attack at disadvantage. Why not?
You could use your action to do that and like remove it, and then use your bonus action offhand, right? Because you have that.
But I can only bonus action offhand when I attack with my action.
Then there you go. Sounds like
Yeah.
you're making a disadvantage.
I'm just like, can I steady aim a? Oh, I actually can.
You
It's
can. You're not
ranged over.
moving. Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
moving.
okay.
Just
I'm gonna
hold still.
steady
You're just like,
aim.
hold still, you little
Fuck it
bitch, and just stab him. Yeah, 17 will hit, and it'll pop all over you as you steady aim burst this guy.
Yeah, that's I mean, honestly, I don't really have much else to do. I suppose I'll stare at the sleeping pile of weird blood birds.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Weird pile of sleeping blood birds. I love it. So Barnabas is gonna float about and goes, right, okay, do I just saw it? Do you just want me to, I mean, I can just hold still, I guess? And is gonna start blasting them. They auto hit, right? Like there's nothing to make them miss here. So he will start blasting 2 of them off your body. They dangle there charred.
Thank you, Barnabas.
Yeah.
Barnabas is really the MVP of the party.
Lulu's just gonna float about and be like, this is gross, this is gross, this is gross. And I think she'll ask V, do you want me to heal the guy? I think the man you're carrying is not okay.
Yes, if you can help him.
Okay. And she will use her second of her 2 a day healing to heal the man. He coughs and splatters blood up in his eyes, still missing most of his, he's still missing eyes.
Oh, Joel,
just gonna
the
go
blood
ahead.
effects. Ah,
Yeah, just gonna go ahead and do that.
Oh.
He goes,
gruesome.
help, it hurts so badly. Where am I? What's going on? I can't see.
Maybe I should put him back to sleep.
Prescott.
I'm just gonna go stomp some Sturges.
Yep, you
Yeah.
get 2 attacks, so 2 of them
Stomp, stomp.
will do the thing, and the Sturges will die, and that will be the end of the Sturge incursion.
The sturgeon
The
incursion.
Sturge incursion.
Sturgeon
The
incursion.
sturgeon? There's fish now? What?
The Sturge. Yeah, they're all dead.
In sturgeon.
You're all covered in blood, and there's a screaming man in V's arms. Those that are still at the trees, you note that this wasn't the only Sturges in the area, and more have come to feast on the bodies.
There's a
Let's all
lot of-
get back in the car.
There is
Yes,
so
let's
many.
get inside before they smell more of the blood.
Where am I? What's
What do-
going on?
what-
Where are you taking me?
But you're
Would you
you're
like to go
safe.
back to where you were? If not, let's get in the car.
Who are you? Why can't I see you?
It's very dark.
Slice. We rescued you. You can't see this. You've been treated very poorly by whatever those monstrous flying creatures are.
And he
Just
continues to mumble
rest.
incoherently and
Yeah.
scream every so often because he's been tortured for a long time.
A long time.
Yeah. And
They
you now
regenerate? Like, how does that work?
take the eyeless man into your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You would like to short rest. Now is an excellent time. As you batten down the hatches, I assume even Cyrus gets into the larger vehicle here to be safe. And I think Barnabas, as you rest, now I know we're all trying to do a little bit of good here, as hard as that is on this plane. But V, those men are there for a reason. And if Zariel were to find out that we were interfering with their punishment, I don't think the result would be very good for us.
You're right. I just wanted to help as many people as I could. I'm sorry I got you all in danger. You're
That's
right.
all right.
I can't
I
save
think
everyone.
we have to, address the problem at large rather than trying to help individuals. As gruesome as that is, it does also raise the question of what do we do with this chap?
I mean, I'll be honest. I think the kindest thing would be to put him out of his misery. As hard as it might be, there's no existence for that. We cannot take this man with us where we are going, and perhaps his soul will be at rest.
I mean, it probably beats being nailed to a tree.
If this man is truly worth saving, he will be redeemed in the next life.
Truscott, I forgot. Did we figure out which god you are a paladin of? Or you still...
I still have no idea. I'm hoping Joel hasn't forgotten.
I know what's up. You don't know anything,
No,
Mr.
Trescott-
Amnesiac.
No, Trescott has no idea. Absolutely not.
Well, I didn't mean. I'm just being a paladin. He may take some small comfort in you. Not that I'm trying to impose upon you, granting this man a
You want me
No.
to
mercy,
kill?
but
No, this is my doing. I should do it.
I mean, I can do it. I
mean,
don't think
I think we can all
do
do
it.
But I think I might be the look, I'm going to be blunt. I think given past life experience, I probably will be the least phased by doing so. If somebody wants to do it for divine reasons, that's fine, but I'm just letting you know you don't have to.
Yeah, but I
I
went
know this is a
to rescue.
silly question. Should we ask him?
maybe we should.
I am right here. You're in a
I think
very
we'd be
small
whispering.
metal contraption.
Oh. I feel like we'd be whispering.
Perhaps he has his
Very,
own.
like, you're
rights.
literally all packed together. Where would he be?
Okay.
I thought I thought he wouldn't be able to hear us over his own screaming.
I thought he was a hood ornament.
Well, that's an option.
You want to, like, leave him
I thought
outside?
he was the kettle.
V's gonna. I guess she's gonna take out her knife. Silently. And she's gonna like look at it and she's gonna whisper, like almost under her breath, but you can kind of make out. She's gonna say, "Thank you for teaching me vendetta." And she's gonna stab him right in the heart.
Doesn't even like cut his throat, she just stabs him in the chest.
Yeah, right. Just right. Well, she told Vendetta taught her how to.
I'm putting you out of your misery.
just
And at the
Stop
top,
complaining.
just go to sleep.
at
go
the
to
top of
sleep.
our screen, we see Lulu will remember this. And Lulu is in the corner, just wide-eyed. Push it down. Push it down.
Sorry, Lulu, did you want to do it?
Push it down. Push it down.
Perhaps I should play a song of rest for us all.
Oh, I would like
As this man is just bleeding all over the inside of your vehicle. What do you do with the body?
we would burn
I
it in
assume
the
we're-
furnace.
You're gonna
my
burn it in the
God.
soul furnace?
I assume we would just leave it by the side of the
This
road.
is
with
V's
arms crossed.
evil
Dump
arc.
it again
So you're gonna just dump the body outside?
after we just saved it.
Yeah,
Who puts the body outside?
I'll do it. I don't care. I want it out of here.
Sure. You go and you take the body outside. The smell of the fresh blood from the stab wound attracting many of the sturges to the body.
Oh, I'm not
and they
like-
begin feasting.
Yeah, I'm not like properly taking him outside. I'll just kind of, like.
You just,
whoop.
Hoi-
yeah,
hoi
that's what I'm saying.
back.
You watch as 20 some odd sturges make their way to him and begin feasting on the remainder.
This is like mosquitoes. There's like hundreds, right? And on this, there must be
There
thousands
are
down this line.
hundreds of these metal trees, all of them with bodies, and they are all over. This is free food forever.
The circle of life.
That sounds okay.
And you picked one off
We did.
and then killed him.
We saved him from. He's not screaming in agony anymore, right? He's silent.
No, he's dead.
Silent. He's not getting slowly sucked forever.
V the savior.
That's not Avernus.
So, Francis, about that song of rest.
Francis, Please play us a
Francis, about that song of rest.
I mean, I haven't played my Song of Rest, so we just get an extra hit die, isn't it? I've forgotten.
You actually roll, I believe. Oh, no, it's an extra D6 for everyone. So if you roll a hit die, everyone gets an extra D6. A D8 at level 9, getting kind of close.
extra 3.
Getting there.
Yep, so for those of you that are doing hit die, go ahead and do your HP and things. If you have any other recoveries that happen on your short rest, now's the time. Hugo, if you want to min-max this shit, you can do your second wind and then
second
roll.
wind, I know. I was like not gonna do that because it's cringe, but
It is
I
cringe, but I understand.
Yeah.
I didn't realize monks get their key back in a short rest.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
I mean, I'll use it. I don't even have to roll it though, because the level will put me back up to max.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
I'm also gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
I guess we would probably wait
who's
for the feeding
enjoying
frenzy.
Avernus?
Perhaps a cup of tea, Barnabas.
Oh, yes, of course. You note that, like, his glowing red eyes, and he's been eyeing Lulu, like, rather nervously. Kind of floats on by friends. I'll put the kettle on, but I don't think she's doing okay.
You said all these men were, found themselves in such a situation because they abandoned Zariel
Yes.
at some point during her crusade, if you like.
Hmm.
Why would they abandon her? What do you know? What the sort of turning point perhaps was? Or?
Zariel set out from El Terrell with the Hell Riders, riding her golden mastodon into hell. He again looks at Lulu.
Yes.
They forged forth and fought the devils, and did quite well for a time. And then they didn't. And as wars go, they can be terrible and devastating, and wars against devils, doubly so. Some did not have the courage, and they abandoned.
But it doesn't seem particularly in line with, Zariel's allegiances, if you like, to punish people in such a manner. It's a little ghastly.
It is, but when Zariel became trapped here on this plane, her heart began to harden, and she began to change. She
So
is
these
not the
men-
same angel she was,
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if it's that made these people leave, or were it simply deserters?
He would shrug if he could.
I get the essence of a shrug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we put an end to all this, because it's rather unpleasant.
Putting an end to this would mean putting an end to Zariel and likely Avernus itself. I'm not sure that's the best of ideas.
Why not?
This is the plane of blood and war. The blood war has been raging for thousands of years, and there would be nothing in between the demons and the other realms.
Is Zariel, particularly necessary to continue that?
Maybe not her, but someone is.
Well, Barnabas for president, that's all I say.
Not sure what a president is, but I like the sentiment. Always wanted to wear a crown.
I mean, it's one of the few accessories open to you, really, isn't it?
Ha! That's good. I like that. And he flashes his amethyst tooth at you as he goes to go make some tea.
Wouldn't it melt?
What?
The
crown?
The crown, yeah.
Unless
Or
it's
tiara crown.
magical. We're in hell and there's magic items all over the place, right?
I mean, I
Okay.
could put the circlet of blasting on his head.
Right? That is a
That's a
magical
magical
item that will likely
item.
not
That's
do
fair.
anything poorly to him.
I won't, because he already casts fire like a crazy mess.
Yeah.
But,
He doesn't really have hands to do anything else, so
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
fire blasting it is. Okay. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do while you rest?
I remember in the dreamscape you jumped in after me. Are you injured? Do you need more healing?
Oh no, I'm fine now. You saw, like, as the last couple minutes she's been casting Cure Wounds, and the holes in her body where you could like see like her circuitry and like little things moving around. I guess from the stab wounds, they were just mechanically like closing up, and she's like putting some metal pieces from some of the scraps and like with the cure wounds that I would assume it would just kind of close the gap on some of the holes.
Perfect. No, I shouldn't just be specific. Does anyone need any additional healing? I know we were taking a breather here, but just wanted to check.
I'm fine, Trescott, thank you.
Oh yes, I'm shipshape.
Lovely.
And don't worry about me, I'm doing well. And Lulu in the corner, push it down, staring at the blood stain in the middle of the vehicle.
The final boss is going to be whatever dream monster she's pushing and suppressing down.
Yeah.
The combination of all the horrible memories of Avernus.
It's going to have Francis'
It's gonna
face.
like snap.
And all it's gonna say is, push it down. Push it down. Well, I think it's time that we summit the hill. If we can't find what we're looking for.
So you said we can't take the vehicles any further, Joel, right? We have to go
the trees themselves definitely like get denser. There's not like there's a walking path to the top, but there's not like I can take my enormous war machine to the top. You can get the motorcycle through, but like otherwise,
Are you said the trees were like mechanical type things, right? Like they're not
mechanical, they're just metal.
They're just metal.
Yeah, they're just iron
Could
and spiked
the
and
demon
barbed.
grinder front where it's all like
There's guys on the top of the tree.
There's every one of those trees.
Everyone has
every
in
single
forest.
one.
Oh
Yes.
god. I thought it was just a line from the line.
I mean,
that we
she
saw. I
like
didn't know
she's
it was, like,
taking a
continuing
hard left
forward.
here. She stabs one guy, and now
What is it?
apparently
What is-
all their lives are forfeit.
She's about
They're
to
all in pain.
deforest.
They're all in pain. We must end them all.
Into the furnace with
Is that not what Anakin said? Like that's why
Yep.
like he just went nuts.
Yeah, just like they're all suffering. We have to end their suffering. She goes wild. Just,
No,
Okay.
please.
So I guess
campaign.
the practical thing is we are going to have to walk through this forest. I mean, and we will just have to ignore these people. They will probably call out for help, but I just we can't help them. You saw what happened when we tried to help one of them. We gave him a very disturbing end and almost died ourselves. I think
Yes,
we just
like-
have to.
you're right.
Like I said to V, I think the best course of action is to solve these puzzles, solve this riddle, make it back to save as many as we can. I mean, there's a whole city of Elturel falling slowly right now. We need to save them.
Okay.
Push it down, V.
Push it down.
Stop it, Joel!
You're right. I'll do my best. She's like hearing the screams from the soul coins still and the depressing feels and stuff from them, and she's just like
And the ambient screams of Avernus and the
screams of
men
them
on the
and screams
trees and the
trees,
pain.
there's
Yeah.
just everything.
Yeah, fire, blood, death, and screaming.
People
That's
asking
Avernus.
her to save them, and just Can't
As
save
you
everyone. Can't
walk up
save
the hill,
everyone. Save them.
we go?
Yep.
Okay. You begin to walk the path up the hill. And yes, there are hundreds of these metal trees here. And you note that the sturges here in droves are sucking the blood out of all of these former knights, these deserters. And they all, after they get their fill, detach and fly to the top of the hill. The screams of the damned around you, begging for your assistance, just becomes a bit overwhelming. At the top of the hill, impaled on one of the largest of the iron trees, is an elf. The man has long black hair, and he is pinned in many different locations to the tree. You note that the sturges flock around him, but don't mob the body. They take turns, each one biting into him, and you watch as their bloated, blood-filled bellies deflate. It seems they are depositing the blood inside of this elven man. And that's where we're going to end today.
Well, why the fuck is this place so fucking horrible? I hate this. This is
so-
awful.
this
This
is
is the worst. There's nothing fun about this.
It's so depressing.
Thanks for playing today.
Thank you.
We learned a lot about Cat today.
No. This is all V. Okay, I am a really good, like, playing the character.
Cat
properly,
barely
excuse
stabs
you.
anyone.
I would
Anyway.
stab everyone.
Barely
I would
ever.
not have all of the people. I would have had, if I was the soul knife person, I'd be like,
You get a knife. You get a knife.
like, V would not.
So, that's Avernus. It's gonna continue to suck. That's,
Yeah,
here we are.
we had a lot of that today, Joel. Okay,
When
we need
a
to,
lot of
like,
sucking. When
We
Connor
need-
said, "Hey, let's run Avernus," I said, "Okay."
I mean, I
Okay.
love that. This world is super neat and really cool.
Yeah.
I miss descent into random basements.
Sent into random base. Don't worry.
We're all so
I'm-
eager. Let's get to Avernus.
I'm finding a way to insert a basement somewhere in this campaign in Avernus, so we don't, so we can really get back to our roots at some
Yeah,
point.
the real.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
Great.
Well,
So thank you all for joining us. Thank you guys for playing. Comments at home. Reminder: if you want Cat Cam forever, this is where you vote
Yeah,
for
say
that.
hi to Rufus one last time.
one
Well,
last time.
I think we should address that it won't always be Rufus.
True.
Or does that-
Patrick
Petra
could be there. Yeah,
Petra.
as well.
Petra.
Yes. Yes. Many different cats on these cameras. So, thanks for being here, and until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Push it down. Bye.